Hi, I'm Judy Weaver. I'm founder of Connect Warriors and bringing to you today our abbreviated version of Inner Strength Level 2. So as you can see, we have Brian who's in resting pose, Commander is seated, and Barb is in child's pose. So choose one of these poses to begin. And as you find your way there and take your time and get organized, begin to notice your breath. Conscious breathing is the most important thing we do. So as you inhale, notice the length of your spine. And as you exhale, notice how you can settle in this space, wherever you are. Continuing the breath of inhaling, lengthening through the crown of your head, and exhaling, letting something go. Inhaling as you open up your body from the very center to the outer edges, and exhaling, softening and releasing your shoulders. And take 3 more breaths here, just noticing the inhale and the exhale. And 1 more. Allow the inhale, opening from the spine all the way to the outer edges. And as you exhale, letting go and softening in your hips and releasing your shoulders. Great. If your eyes are closed, gently open them and take your time as you make your way into tabletop. So tabletop is where your hands are on the floor, fingers are spread wide, the crease of the wrist faces forward. Your shoulders are directly above your wrists and your knees and your hips are in alignment. Bring your gaze down so your neck is long. This creates a neutral spine. Lower your belly, inhale, look up, spread your collarbones and lift your hips. As you exhale, round, drawing the chin into the chest, looking back at your legs or even towards your tummy. Inhaling, spreading the collarbones, allow your sitting bones to separate. And as you exhale, round and lift the spine, flexing the back of your body. Good. Inhale, lengthening from your throat to your pubis. And as you exhale, round and lift the entire rib cage up to the ceiling. Take 1 more, just like that. Inhaling is extension of your spine, and exhaling is flexion of your spine. Inhale brings you back to neutral. Take a moment and get organized. Inhale will reach your right arm forward by your ear. Palm faces to your left. Now extend your left leg back behind you. Keep your toes curled underneath as you push your heel back, and then choose to raise the leg up off the floor or stay exactly where you are. If you would like, inhale your right arm out to the right and your left leg moves left. Just notice the movement in your hip and the shoulder. Take 1 more breath. Beautiful. Inhale as you reach forward and back, lengthen. Exhale, bend your left knee and push your heel up to the ceiling. So either using your glutes or your hamstrings to push the heel up, or reach back as Commander and Barb are and take your foot, point your toes as you kick your leg away from you. And gently release. Inhale, stretch long, arm forward, leg back. Exhale, elbow, knee tucks underneath your tummy, look down. Inhale, stretch out again 1 more time. Exhale, tuck it underneath, engaging your core. Inhale, stretch, and exhale, release your hand and your knee down. Pause here, back into tabletop. Lower your belly, inhale, look up, and exhale, round the spine. Good. Inhale brings you back to neutral. Pause there. Inhale your left arm forward by your ear, palm faces to the right, and send your right leg back. So remember, curling the toes underneath, keeping the toes down, or float your leg up, hip height. You choose. Inhale your arm out to the left if you want, leg moves right. So allow yourself to feel, and you can keep your foot on the floor entirely the whole time, and you can keep your leg behind you. 1 more breath here, and inhale, bring your arm forward, your leg back, stretch long first. Exhale, bend your right knee, push your heel up as if you're standing on the ceiling, and either point your toes and reach back with your hand as you kick your leg away. This is half bow pose. Allow yourself to kick your foot into your hand. Take 1 more breath here. Good. And inhale, stretch long, lengthen 1 more time. Exhale, elbow to tuck underneath. Lift your mid and your upper back. Inhale, reach long. And exhale, tuck. Draw the belly in. One more time to reach. Inhale, exhale, release your hand and knee back down to the floor in tabletop, and slowly press your hips back and down into child's pose. So as you soften your hips back and down, you can reach your arms forward or keep them along your sides. You can also rest your forehead on a block or bring your hands underneath your forehead. Just make sure you're resting your forehead on something. Allow the weight of your hips to press back towards your heels, and take 2 more breaths here, inhaling and exhaling. And 1 more breath. Great. Inhale brings you up into tabletop. So if you had a block, move it off to the sides. From tabletop into plank, extend your right leg, curl your toes underneath, keep that leg there strong. Now you can alternating here in plank if you would like, otherwise extend your left leg so both legs are long. The crown of the head is forward and the heels draw back. Exhale, lift your hips up and back into downward facing dog, or come back down into child's pose again. Remember, this is always your practice and you're listening to your body. Breathing here. And 2 more breaths. And 1 more. Great. Make your way slowly, inhale to plank. So come back into plank. If you want, you can avoid plank and just bring yourself all the way down to your tummies. However that works for you. Extend your arms forward, palms face one another, your arms are by your ears, and point your toes back behind you. So just take a moment and do a little quick inventory. Feel your front hip bones and your rib cage on the floor. So just remember that. Moving into Sphinx pose, inhale, slide the elbows towards you. Maybe they arrive directly under your shoulders, but if your low back is a little bit tricky, you might want to keep your elbows more forward. So it's all different. So the forearms are on the floor, yep, and your chest is lifting, breathing here. So staying here is perfect. But if you'd like a little more stretch through the quads or the hip, bend your right knee as you press your heel in towards your hip. Noticing the breath here. And you can also do what Brian's doing, is just bend the knee, use the hamstrings and the glute. You can use your hand, take 1 more breath here, and then exhale, release your leg. Come back, organize Sphinx pose. So make sure your chest is lifting, moving forward and up, and then the other side. So bending the left leg, once again, you can just bend the knee, squeeze the heel in towards the hip with the hand or just with the strength of your leg and your glute. Awareness of what's happening in your body with your breath. Good. Take 1 more breath here. And then gently exhale as you release that, staying in Sphinx pose. Good. Now for some of you who might want to, you can curl your toes underneath, push your heels back, and think about lifting your thighs, your hips, and your ribs off the floor into a forearm plank, or just stay right into Sphinx pose. Those of you in forearm plank, lower your knees to the floor and prepare for child's pose. If you're in Sphinx pose, push through your hands and press your hips back into child's pose. Once again, your knees can be together or apart. Your arms can be forward or back, but just make sure you rest your forehead on something. Breathing here. Take 2 more breaths. And 1 more. Great. So if you have a block, move it off to the side. Reach your arms out forward if they're back. Curl your toes underneath and inhale as you lift your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Noticing that space between your armpits and your hip creases. Can you lengthen that space by pressing down into your feet? Take 1 more breath. As you exhale, press your weight back to your feet. Look forward. Inhale, walk your feet to your hands. Bend your knees and place your forearms on your thighs. Look down. And breathe. Modified chair pose. Good. Inhale and exhale there. Place your hands on your shins or your thighs. Inhale, straight arms, look out. Exhale there. Inhale, stand all the way up. Arms reach up, you can look up. And exhale, arms to sides. So you're in mountain pose here. Your feet can be hip width apart, or your big toes can touch. It's entirely up to you. Where do you feel the balance? You have more stability when the ankles are below the hips, but a lot of people like to bring their big toes to touch. From here, inhale, palms are forward, arms out wide, arms all the way up over your head. Look up, and exhale, arms down to the sides. Again, inhale as you reach your arms out wide and up, look up. Exhale, carry your arms down with control. Great, one more time. Inhale, palms forward, arms reach out wide and up, look up. Now at the top, go ahead and clasp your hands. You can either send your pointer fingers up, or you can just hold on to your left wrist, whatever's most comfortable for you. Inhale, get tall, and exhale, lateral bend to your right. Breathe here. So as you're bending to the right, press strongly into your left foot and lift out of your right arm even more. Great. Take 2 more breaths. Inhaling, getting tall, and exhale to the right. 1 more breath. Good. Inhale, bring yourself all the way back up to center, and exhale to the left. So as you press down through the right foot, reach out through the left arm a little bit more. Staying strong with the breath, and draw the low belly in. Take 1 more breath here. Great. Inhale, come all the way up to neutral. Now standing back bend, take your time. Lift your chest up, look up if that's good for your neck, or place your hands at your low back. So whatever's most supportive for you. Inhale, get tall, and exhale as you go back. So notice how your collarbones spread wide. You lift the sternum up towards the ceiling. If you stop breathing, you're too far, come back up. Take 1 more breath here. Beautiful. Inhale, all the way to vertical. Exhale, lean forward, press your thighs, forearms onto your thighs as you bend your knees, right back into the modified chair. And then if you want, go ahead into a deeper forward fold, release your head and hands down, and lift your hips up strongly. Take 3 more breaths here. Good. 2 more. And 1 more. Great. Inhale, bend your knees, hands on the shins again, look out, lift your chest. Exhale there. Inhale, come all the way to stand, arms above your head, look up. And exhale, arms to your sides. Great. So now turn and step out to your right. You'll take a wide stance to your right. Turn both heels out and the toes in. Arms out wide to the T, and exhale, bring the hands to your hips. Inhale, if you like a block, go ahead and put a block between your legs on the floor. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold forward. Feel free to bend your knees as you fold forward and place your hands either on the block or the floor. Once you arrive there, inhale, look out, straighten your arms, lift your chest. Now, keep your left hand down underneath your nose on the floor or the block. Inhale your right arm up as you twist. So allowing the twist to happen in the upper spine, press both sitting bones back strongly and draw your inner legs together. Take 1 more breath here. Inhale, look down. Exhale there. Inhale, unwind. Bring your right hand down and pause a moment. Straighten your arms again. Inhale, lift your chest. And exhale, keep the right hand down as you inhale the left arm up and twist to the left. So notice how the crown of your head reaches towards Brian and the hips reach back towards Barb. Lengthening through the spine. Beautiful. Take 1 more breath here. Maybe even draw the shoulder blades to your hips while you lift your chest. Great. Inhale, look down. Exhale there. Inhale, unwind you, both hands down. Look out, lift your chest. Exhale there. Bring your hands to your hips. Feel free to bend your knees. Inhale, stand all the way up. Excellent. Now, bring both feet together and step to the front of your mat again. This time you'll step out with your left foot. And keep your right toes to face forward. Okay, so keep stepping your left foot back quite a bit until you can feel your lunge here. So you'll step your left foot back and then slowly bend the right knee until the right knee's directly above the ankle bone. This is warrior two. Lift your arms up to the T and look at your right fingertips. Good. Breathing here, make sure your tailbone is heavy and your pubis is lifting. Low belly is strong. Reverse warrior, lower your left arm down, reach your right arm straight up. So you can stay here reaching up towards the ceiling. You can reach your hand up and over your head as you feel a lateral bend. Good. Make sure you're still bending the right knee. Great. Inhale brings you right back to warrior two. Strong arms. Notice that. And then place your forearm onto your thigh. Extended warrior. Inhale the left arm up and over your ear. Reach out and bring the pinky side of your hand down just slightly. And then maybe, if you want, take a look at your hand. Breathe here. So just check in how much weight is in your forearm on your thigh. Maybe you can lighten that, either letting the arm kind of float to the inside of the knee or even pressing the arm and the knee together. One big breath here. Inhale, come all the way up. Warrior two. And then exhale, step your left foot forward to meet your right foot. Pause there. Good. Shake all that out. Let it go. And switch sides. So this time, keep your left foot forward as you step your right foot back. Keep stepping the right foot back until you get your range and bend the left knee into warrior two. Lift the arms to the T and take a look at your left fingertips. Strong warrior two here. Great. Lower the right arm, lift the left arm vertically for reverse warrior. Allow space in the left side of your waist, but continue to bend into the knee. And whatever feels best for you with your right hand or arm, either reaching it down towards the foot or even wrapping around. Great. Inhale right back into warrior two. Extend through the arms long and exhale the forearm down to your thigh into extended warrior. Right arm up and over your ear, and then turn the pinky side of the hand down just slightly. Remember to continue to press into the outer edge of your right heel and bend the left knee. So check in how much weight is in the left arm. Lighten that, bring more energy to your belly. Good. Inhale brings you right back up into warrior two. And then release your arms, step your right foot forward, shake it all out, back into mountain pose. Great. All right, so reverse triangle, revolving triangle. So you'll step your left foot back, and if you like a block, go ahead and put a block to the inside of your right foot. So you can feel how your feet are staggered here. The left foot's turned out just slightly. Bend your knees. You can place your hands on your hips as you fold forward. Bring your hands down towards the floor for a moment and just notice that your hips are pressing back. Great. All right, so inhale, look up a little bit. Keep your left hand down and inhale your right arm up as you twist to the right. Revolving triangle. As you continue to send your sitting bones back, create length through the spine by reaching the crown of your head forward. And breathe. Good. Strong legs. As you squeeze your legs together, lengthen through the spine. One more breath here. And inhale, look down. Exhale there. Inhale, unwind. Take your time. Bend your knees as whatever you need to stand back up. And then switch your feet. So the left foot is forward, the right foot is back, so it's a little bit of a short stance. The foot is turned out, the right foot's turned out slightly. Bend your knees as you fold forward over your left leg. Place your hands on the block or the floor, you decide, and breathe. Just take a moment there, feel the length behind you. Good. Inhale, look up. lengthen. Now the right hand will remain down on the block or the floor or the shin, and inhale your left arm up as you twist left. So the crown of the head is reaching away from your hips. The hips continue to reach behind you. And as the legs are strong, press into the outer edge of the right heel. One more breath here, really great. Inhale, look down, and exhale there. Inhale, unwind. Take your time and come all the way up to stand. Good. Okay, shake all of that out. For a balancing pose for tree pose. So you can bend your knees and bring your right knee up, turn your right knee out, and you can put your heel on the inner left ankle. You can move your foot above or below your left knee. The choice is entirely up to you. You decide. And you can bring your hands to the heart center or even extend your arms above your head, allowing for balance. Get tall through the crown of your head as you squeeze your foot and your leg together. One more breath here. And then slowly bring your hands to your hips. Bring your right knee forward and then possibly extend your leg forward. And then shake all that out. Good. All right, other side. So on this side, pick up your left knee and then turn your knee out. You can put your foot on your ankle. You can move your foot above or below your knee. You decide what's best for you. Hands can come to heart center and they can even go up over your head. Breathing here. Noticing the support through your spine as it lifts up. Good. One more breath. And then exhale, hands to hips. Bring your left knee forward and extend the leg out, and then shake all that out. Good. All right, so taking a little sun salute to the floor. So from mountain pose, inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, hinge and fold at your center. Lower your head and your hands to the floor. Inhale, move your hands to your shins. Bend your knees if you want. Lift your chest. Exhale, plant your hands to the floor. Step back to plank. Take an inhale and plank. Exhale, lower yogi push-up. Elbows squeeze into ribcage. Use your knees on the floor if you would like. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog, chest up. And exhale carries you up and back into downward facing dog or child's pose. Breathe there. Good. And take 2 more breaths. One more. So if you're in child's pose or down dog, wherever that might be for you, go ahead and look between your hands and take your time as you come through to seated staff pose. So as you get tall in staff pose, legs are long out in front of you, heels out, toes up. If you feel that you're sitting in behind your sitting bones, go ahead and put a block underneath your hips. Otherwise, lengthening through the crown of your head, and take one more breath here. If you know you like to use a strap, go ahead and get the strap. Put the strap on the soles of your feet, and everybody forward, fold over your legs, reaching for your feet or your legs. Once you get to where you're going, allow your elbows to bend out and soften your neck. Shifting the weight into your legs even more. Good. Imagine you're stretching the entire back of your body from your heels all the way up to the back of your neck. Take one more breath there. Great. Inhale, look forward. Exhale there. Release your strap and go ahead and move your hands behind you for reverse tabletop. Bend your knees. Place your feet on the floor. Inhale, lift your hips and breathe. So you can either look at your knees, you can look to the ceiling or even behind you, but just lift your hips. Continue to lift through the hips. Take one more breath and gently bring yourself all the way back down into staff pose as you extend your legs forward. From here, bend your right knee vertically and take your right knee out to the side. Feel free to put a block under your knee if that's more supportive for you. If you use a strap, get your strap organized, put it on the sole of your left foot. This is head to knee pose. Inhale, lift tall everybody, and exhale, fold forward to your left leg. Continue to press your right foot and your left leg together as you bring your belly down, and imagine it even goes past your knee. Softening your neck and your shoulders here, allowing yourself to use the biceps if you're using any strength. One more breath. Great. Inhale, straight arms, look up. Exhale there, release your strap, release your leg, and switch sides. So straighten through the right leg, bend the left knee vertically, and take the knee out to the left. As you open the hips a little bit more, move the strap to the sole of your right foot if you're using it. Everybody inhale, look up. Exhale, fold forward, and breathe. So allowing length. Remember, press your left foot this time into the right leg and the right leg back into the left foot. So when you're forward folding, it's flexion in your spine, creating space between the vertebrae. This is when you lengthen the spine. Take one more breath here. Beautiful. Inhale, look up, lift the chest. Exhale there, and release your hands, release the strap. Bring both knees back in towards your chest. Squeeze everything into a tiny little ball. Wrap your arms around your shins and breathe here. Good. Noticing the conscious breath. As you inhale, maybe you feel the belly move towards the thighs, and as you exhale, feel how it draws away from the legs. One more breath. And inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, allow your knees to open out to the sides. Press your feet together into butterfly or cobbler's pose. Once you're there, inhale, get tall. Now look forward. See if you have forward movement, and you can bring your belly towards your feet and your head somewhere in front of your feet. It's just a concept. Breathing here. Allowing the knees to reach out wide. So it's more important that the knees just reach away from you than how close they are to the floor. Great. Take one more breath here. Inhale as you bring yourself up nice and slow. Now go ahead and open your feet out too. Keep the knees bent so the feet go wider than the mat. And if you notice that you have forward movement of your torso, go ahead and straighten your legs more. And if your legs are straight, push your heels out and draw your toes up. And then if you'd like, go ahead and fold forward. Otherwise, stay vertical. Choice is up to you. And if you're staying vertical, lift the chest. And breathe. Those that are folding forward, release your neck, your shoulders. Allow that to soften. Good. Take one more breath. Beautiful. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale there. And inhale brings yourself all the way up. Squeeze your knees back towards your chest and take your time as you recline onto your back. So preparing for bridge pose, once you get on your back, wind relieving pose, the knees are in towards your chest. Inhale, extend your legs vertically for reclining staff pose. So the heels reach up away from you, the toes come to you, and notice the weight in your sacrum. Bend your knees, place your feet on the floor, and they're near your hips. So some of you might want to use a block under the hips to be supported bridge. You also may want to hold the mat and pull the mat apart as you lift your hips, or maybe just hold your hands underneath your hips. Everybody inhale, lift something up off the floor and breathe. You can clasp your hands together, possibly reach towards your heels or your ankles, or continue to open up by pulling the mat apart. Just noticing the lift from your feet. The more you can press your feet down and engage through the legs, you will lift your hips and your chest. Good. One more breath here. And exhale, bring yourself all the way back down, nice and controlled. Once you get down, inhale, bring your legs back up into reclining staff pose. Press your heels away from you, draw your toes towards you. Now go ahead and look at your feet, and a big exhale, reach for your feet. Keep your butt on the floor and lift through the upper spine. Good, keep reaching for your feet, draw the low belly in, and exhale, lay back down, bring your knees with you, squeeze your knees in for wind relieving pose and happy baby. So if you're comfortable with that, bring your knees to the outside of your ribs and the ankles stay above your knees. You can hold your thighs, your calves, or your feet, whatever is comfortable for you. Just awareness of creating some space in the sacrum, and one more breath. Take your time, release your right leg all the way down to the floor as your left knee comes across to the right. Look left and twist. So just a gentle reclining twist. You can have your arms out, whatever feels best for you. Always your practice. Great, take one more breath there. And inhale brings you back slowly to center. Squeeze both knees back into the chest. And this time extend the left leg long on the floor. Bring the right knee across to the left and look right as you twist. Good. So the twist is in the upper spine, allowing some movement. And take one more breath here. Inhale brings you back to center. Squeeze the knees into the chest. So, alternate nostril breathing. If you're sitting up, roll to your right side and sit up. You can also stay reclining. Up to you. So traditionally, you would use your index and middle finger down. This balances the right-left hemisphere of the brain. It reduces stress and anxiety. And take 3 conscious breaths to begin. So you can also use opposite thumbs, index fingers, or fists to close your nostrils. And 2 more. Inhaling and exhaling. Great. 1 more. All right, close your right nostril. Inhale through the left. 1, 2, 3. Close left. Exhale right. 1, 2, 3. Inhale right. 1, 2, 3. Close right and exhale left. 1, 2, 3. Inhale left. 1, 2, 3. Close left and exhale right. 1, 2, 3. 1 more. Inhale right. 1, 2, 3. Close right and exhale left. 1, 2, 3. Release your hands. Bring your breath back to your conscious breath. Awareness of the inhale and of the exhale. Good. 2 more. Just notice inhaling and exhaling. Great. 1 more. And then if you're seated, take your time to come to resting pose and recline. You can place something underneath your knees, behind your neck. Your eyes can be open or closed, and your palms can face up or down. The choice is yours. So as you feel the weight of your body on your mat, noticing the length from crown of head to soles of feet, awareness of the breadth of you across the shoulders and down your arms. And as you notice your natural rhythm of your breath, you might begin to feel your heartbeat. And in that space, just allow, as you bring your attention down to your feet, notice the soles of the feet, the sides of the feet, the top of the feet, and bring awareness of how the feet attach at the ankles, and how the ankles are the part of the lowest leg. And as you move up the leg, bring your awareness to your knees, the back of the knees, the sides of the knees, the fronts of the knees. And just notice how the knees attach the lower legs to the upper leg bone. And continue feeling towards the hip through the upper leg bone. As you bring your awareness to how the leg attaches to the hip, allow all of that to soften as you let it go. As you bring your attention into the hips, the back of the hips, the front of the hips, the sides of the hips, notice how from the back of the hips all the way up to the back of your head, awareness of the spine. And from the spine, feeling the ribs reaching out in the back of your body. As you bring your attention to the front of the hips, across your belly, and up through your chest, the thoracic. Awareness of the ribs reaching out across the chest. And just notice your belly. Imagine you can feel the organs deep inside. As you notice your chest, your thoracic, imagine you can feel your heart, your lungs, your diaphragm. And then just imagine you can soften all of that as you let it go. As you bring your attention to the chest, the very top of the chest is part of the shoulders. As you reach out to the edges of the chest, at the top, you'll feel your arm bones connecting into the shoulders. And bring your attention down your upper arm bones to the elbow, through the lower arms into the wrists, and out the hands and the fingertips. And allow yourself to soften all of that as you let it go. And as you notice the weight of your head, the neck is soft. Allow your teeth to separate so your jaw softens even more. Just notice how your eyes can rest in their spaces. Now bring your attention to your center, wherever that might be in you. It might be down deep in your low belly. It might be in your mid belly. It might be in your heart. It may be that space deep in your brain between your eyes. Wherever that is for you, simply float in that space. So after you've rested in this posture for anywhere from 2-3 minutes, whatever is comfortable for you, bring your attention back to the length of your body, from crown of head to soles of feet, back to the breath across the shoulders and down your arms. And begin to notice your fingers and your toes, ankles and wrists. And create small movement in those spaces. Lengthening through the arms and legs, stretching long one more time. As you take your time, bring your knees to your chest one at a time, squeezing them in. You can feel free to rock side to side and make your way to your right side and pause, resting your head on your arm. As you begin to realize resting pose is beyond a shape, rather it's a state of being you can feel at any time in your world. With your hands and your breath, inhale brings you up to center. As you come back to seated, bring your hands to your heart center. As you thank yourself for practicing this afternoon, this morning, this evening, whatever it is for you, enjoying your journey. Namaste.